What is up, YouTube, and welcome to my channel.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give, it can't be replaced. So no one else.
I am Jamilah Love, as y'all can see by the name on this channel. Jamilah Love, Jamilah Baby Love, whatever you want to call me, whatever. But anyway, for real, it's been a long time coming, y'all. I am finally making my first YouTube video. Like, whoa. But yes, go ahead and subscribe, because your girl got plenty more coming on this channel. And my first video is how I accomplished these knotless braids. These braids. So if you're someone who don't want to pay somebody for braids, or if you want to go ahead and just try it out yourself to start your hair business, or whatever the case may be, go ahead and watch this video. I try to go as detailed as I can. Yes, so if you want to see how I accomplished these, I want to say these are like a medium, but I did part very tiny so I could get that full, you know, look or whatever. Yeah, if you want to know how I went ahead and did this to myself, because I feel like if you could do it to yourself, imagine doing it on somebody else, baby, because doing it on somebody else is 10 times easier. But anyway, if you guys want to see how I accomplished this look, go ahead and continue watching the video. And please don't come for how hurt I look. Come for your mama, not me. But like, comment, share, subscribe, turn that notification. I'll be posting more videos, y'all. Oh my God, this is my first video, so please take it easy on me. All right, you guys, so for this style, I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to be using throughout my braiding. Woo. Throughout me braiding my hair and parting and all that stuff. And I'm going to show you guys my setup. I did put a mirror here just so I can see a whole, you know, 360 of myself. So yeah, from the bathroom mirror to this mirror, I can see myself clear as day. I got Jam Extra Hold. This is very important and the key to perfect parting, hair parting. Like, that is the foundation to a perfect hairstyle. Edge Wax Extreme Hold. This is going to be for my edges when I'm done styling, just to style my edges. I got this olive oil foam wrap. This is just to set my hair, you know, let everything lay flat, make sure there's no flyaways, make everything curl down after I'm done braiding. This is just to set it in. As well, I got a few clips to help with sectioning out my hair. And that is what I use to go ahead and do my hair. So I am going to go ahead and part my hair off camera, and I'll be right back. Oh, also, the hair, to show the hair. How am I braiding my hair? Knotless braids without no hair. So I am using this brand. I use this brand multiple times and I like it. I like the fact that the thickness remains the same throughout the whole bundle. Love it. I hate when mostly ombre's hair do this, but some of the pre-stretch hair does this as well now, where it will be really thick on top and thin on the bottom, and that looks very tacky to me. So I got this. It's in the color 430. Let me see if you guys can see the color. It's just like a brown mixed with a lighter brown. Nothing too crazy. I didn't want to do black or 4, but so yeah, I got this, and I got 3 packs. They have 6 little bundles in each pack. I usually use 2.5, 2 packs. So let's see. So I'll be right back after I'm done parting my hair. What's up, my lovelies? So I went ahead and gave myself 2 parting sections to go ahead and start making my smaller sections for my knotless braids. So I just went ear to ear and parted my hair. I just feel like this is a more simpler and easy way to start off your parting. And this is how the hair looks out of the pack. It is a 430. I just like the natural color with a little bit of a lighter color. So that was what I was going for. Now for sectioning off my hair, I will be using 5 to 6 strands of hair. I start off with a smaller strand and gradually increase the thickness of the strand so that it can flow naturally and give that knotless look. And the last 2 strands that I will be adding is just for length, as you guys will see further on into this video. So I have my 3 strands to start the braids and the last 2 strands to give me that butt length braid that I will be looking for. So I start sectioning off my first row, and I will be doing 3 braids in the back. Typically 3 to 4 braids are the standard sizes depending on how wide or narrow your hair is. So I have a pretty small head. I'll be doing 3 braids in the back. And of course I use the jam to go ahead and smooth out my hair and my parting. I split my hair into 3 pieces and start off with 1 crossover and add a piece of hair. The reason I add a piece of hair early is because I do have fine hair, and this helps my braid not look too thin at the root. I hold 1 strand with my pinky and put the other strand between my index finger and my thumb. This is to help me have control of where the hair is going without it getting tangled. And the easiest way to explain this method is to act like you're doing a feeding braid in the air. So doing a stitch braid except for on your scalp, you're doing it in the air. Here I'm just looking to see if I like the size of the braid so far, and to see if I gathered all the hair and I didn't miss any pieces of hair. So far I like the size, so I continue braiding and I add the last 2 pieces to give me the length that I was looking for. Okay, I am in the middle of my head. I feel like it'll be easier to see how the braiding process goes, and also how to part the middle of your head, because it can get a little tricky sometimes. So I continue going with the U shape around from each parting side. As you guys can see, from ear to ear I keep going into a U shape until I get to the top of the part. So what's important is to make sure the thickness of the parting stays the same throughout the whole parting, if that makes sense. But you will see what I'm talking about shortly. Okay, so now that I sectioned off this row, I just quickly go through to make sure the thickness is the same like I said before, just to make sure everything is even and everything is clean. And I go in with my jam to go ahead and clean up that parting and make sure everything lays out flat. If you are someone like me where I feel like parting matters, just take your time. Practice makes perfect, and do not rush the parting process, because I do feel like that makes a clean hairstyle. So just take your time, make sure your lines are straight, use your jam, and give yourself a shoulder massage if you have to, because trust me, this is an exercise, okay? So I do add jam throughout my whole hair, just so that my hair can lay
flat and smooth inside of my braid. And as you guys can see, I go ahead and section off my part into 3 sections again, just so I can go ahead and start adding in my hair after my first crossover. And it's the same technique. I use my pinky and put the other strand between my thumb and my index finger and braid. And you just braid as if you never added hair, and that's what gives it that clean continuation, and you can't really tell where you started adding hair. So the first part of my hair is just 3 strands. The first 3 strands that you guys saw me pre-section off, I started off with the smaller strand, then I get thicker as I go down the braid. And I just turn my hand over just for comfortability, and it's easier to braid in the front than sew the back, and your shoulders get a break. And I'm just showing you guys the thickness. And I'm going to go ahead and keep adding hair till I get the thickness I like with the strands that I did pre-part with. When the braid starts to feel like it is getting thinner, I will go ahead and add in another strand, and I'm just using more Shine and Jam to keep my hair smooth throughout my braid. I will be showing you guys how to add hair down the middle of your hair opposed to the top of your head. So now that I'm at a thinner part of the braid, I do need to add a piece of hair because it is not at the length that I want. And now these are the 2 strands that I'll be using to elongate the braid. I'm just showing you guys the difference on stopping at those few strands that I used in the beginning and adding the last 2 strands for length. So it's a little different than adding hair in the beginning. I still use my pinky to section it off to the side just so that the hair doesn't get tangled. And at a crossover, I add in the hair and just put it into 2 sections and cross it over again to continue braiding, and that just makes it look like I never added hair. As you guys can see, I'm going to try to explain it one more time. I'm adding in the second strand so that the thickness can stay the same. So at a crossover, I'm going to add in the hair to 2 strands and then use the 3rd strand to cross it over and continue braiding. I hope seeing it than me explaining it makes more sense, because I feel like I'm confusing myself, but you guys can see what I'm doing. Hopefully if you don't get it, you can, rewind and watch it in a slower version, but that is just how you do it, and you continue braiding all the way down to the end. Because the braid is a little longer, I just use my mouth to hold on to the hair so that I can go ahead and continue braiding all the way down to the end. You could use a clip to hold it on if you don't want to use your mouth, but it's real quick, it's real easy. Just pin it on your mouth, hold it with your lips so that you can finish the braid. And that is how that braid turned out, you guys. Also for parting, if you want that fuller look, you would have to try and use the window parting method, as you guys can see. And that is just when the braid falls in between 2 braids. As you guys can see here, this braid falls in between 2 braids. So that will help your hair look fuller. without it being too full and heavy on your head. And I'm just repeating the steps so that you guys can see again how I go ahead and add hair to the scalp and make sure that everything turns smooth and there's no bumps or demarcation where you can see where I added the hair. And again, as I continue braiding to get that length that I want, as the hair starts to thin out, I go ahead and add those 2 strands to help elongate the braid to get the length that I need. So I go ahead and add my first strand, do a few crossovers, and then add the second strand so that I could achieve the length that I want, and all of them can be almost the same length. And I'm trying to go as slow as possible so that you guys can see how I do add the hair without seeing where I add the hair. Alright y'all, I am at the front of my hair now, but I do want to show you how I parted the middle part of my head, because I do feel like that's a tricky part to keep even. So as I was doing the U shape from ear to ear, the last 2 rows were just cut in half, and I did 3 on the top and 3 on the bottom, as I'm showing you guys right now. So there are gonna be a few braids that have a triangle shape, but that is just because our hair is not square, it is rounded. And again, I continue doing the same method as I go in the front. It is just easier for me, and I cross over so that I can start braiding in the front. Oh my gosh, y'all, I am on my last braid, y'all. I was so tired. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I started so late. I was just so happy to be on this last braid. I could already feel that energy I felt when I was on that last braid. And of course, me being me, I just couldn't wait. I was already being extra to see how I would style my braids. Girl, finish that last braid, but I was just ready to be done. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the last braid, and yeah, we'll see the end results real soon. I hope this video really helps you guys. I try to go as detailed as I can. I try to show you guys as detailed as I can. And if you guys do this style, let me know in the comments and how it went for you, or what other techniques you guys use as well. Okay, and your girl is done, baby. Yes, I love these braids. I love the size. I felt like it gave a flat, clean look, and it was so long, like how I like it. And still, I'm over here styling my hair, but I still had to mousse it down. I want all those flyaways to lay down flat. You could always mousse your hair throughout the whole styling. When it starts to get frizzy, you could go ahead and mousse it again. It helps lay your flyaways. It helps your braid lay flat. It just makes, and it gives that freshness to your head. And after the braiding and the tugging, this felt like heaven, okay? This was like a massage on your head. So, yes, I went ahead and moussed my whole head, more so towards the roots. But can we talk about these parts though? Let's get into it, y'all. This looks so good. I was so proud of myself. I've done knotless braids on myself before, and when the parts give me life, they give me life, baby. Like, this looks so good. You wouldn't think that I've done it to myself, but I'm telling y'all, using a mirror on the front and in the back of you helps a lot with parting. So go ahead and use that mirror, sweetie, because it helps a lot. Now I'm going to go ahead and quickly do my edges. I know I'm going to bed, but I just wanted to tie them down and have them ready for tomorrow. So I just use a little bit of edge wax, not too much. I didn't want to leave a lot of edges out, only because as the hair gets older, your edges will come out naturally. So I wanted this to stay clean and fresh for as long as it can. So I'll let my baby hairs come out as they do. And after I was done styling my edges, I did go ahead and dip my ends into some hot water. This will help seal your ends and unstiffen your braids. So if this video was helpful, go ahead and like this video, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you guys did do this style and if it was helpful for you. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share it to your friends, your sister, your brother, okay? Because I'm pretty sure y'all are rocking this style. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you next time.
Love is a one in a million. It goes on.